You got to push yourself to the max limit. I don't believe in fake it till you make it, but I believe in pushing yourself to the max limit until you make it.
When you go into survival mode, when you have a bigger reason, a bigger why, or you have no other choice, most people would make it. You know, but the problem is when you have that option of just kind of being lazy, kind of sitting back, kind of saying, I don't know, we should take that risk, you know.
Being an entrepreneur is like being in the army. It's the most dangerous job, those two jobs. You can die any moment. Any moment you could die. Get a heart attack, you die, collapse.
And I always say, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. What does that mean? Hey, if you're a notary, keep your freaking notary book in your glove compartment so that you can make an extra $300.
If you guys are single, you're out, make sure you have a condom. You don't,
Exactly.
you don't want to end up with a girl and then have no condom emergencies happen.
You have to always be prepared, you know.
Hey guys, welcome to Driven Couples. We're here
With my wonderful husband, who's the best husband ever.
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot today. And we're going to talk about scaling your business. Yesterday, I'll start off with yesterday. I went to Rob Luna's office, and really nice office. And I met with him. I was in his show, his Zoom, like his academy, where he talks about stocks and then he talks about business. So I was on the business part because obviously I don't know anything about stocks. But I get there, we do it, and then after that we spend 2 hours, maybe more, just digesting like our companies, because you know Rob's going to be part of our companies.
Yep.
So we're talking about Ambiance, we're talking about TMG, strategies, like what is he going to do for Ambiance, what is he going to do for TMG. So it was full on, but the way he broke down everything and all the conversations that we had, it was amazing.
You recorded it, right, Joe?
And we went over.
I have to go back and watch it.
What?
I said I want to watch it because
so,
I wasn't there.
Oh no, she didn't record the whole. The mastermind was private. That was private.
So it wasn't recorded.
We recorded the we recorded the Zoom with all his people the show, but we went and we spoke about like deep shit.
When you went to go eat,
like things that you can't even know about.
Stupid.
So
I can know about everything.
We talked about numbers. Went into the bank accounts and did all that stuff. But yeah, it was really good. And one of the things that I see a lot of people say that they have, Syl? Like people say that they have 5 businesses or 2 businesses or 3 or 10 but people don't actually know, like I think people are confused with what a business is. Like when I think business, I think enterprise, right? Enterprise. That's what I talked about. Bobby, that's what we talk about. Like the company he was with that is worth now $4 billion, and Eric is still owner.
The company
Eric Castro.
He built with him, right?
Eric Castro, Bobby Castro. So like people sometimes they feel like they have a business, like when you get paid through YouTube or you get paid through like things like that, or you open a small business. But when you talk about enterprise, it's like something that I see Jomar right there. I spoke to him yesterday.
Hi, Jomar.
And Jomar, I was a little bit worn out yesterday, so sorry. And then I had like when we're on the line, I had like 5 calls at least that were entering, and that's why I had to answer one of them. But I wasn't thinking that well because I was already like kind of worn out from my whole day. I woke up really early. But I'll tell you right now what I think about. I'll just say it general. But when you have a real business, which is like something that Jomar is working on, he has a real business. You have to start hiring employees, and the first employee is scary because when you start a business, you have to hire an assistant. That's your first employee. You need an assistant. Like you shouldn't be doing things that you're doing, and if not, you're never gonna grow. So you could grow by yourself to a certain point, but then after a while, you need help. Me and Syl, we started our business from my parents' staircase, and we used to work from there, and we used to work 18 hours a day, Monday through Sunday, and we were. Is the Wi-Fi good? Something's off right here. So we used to work 18 hours a day, 7 times a week, and we were nothing different. Like we still love to have fun and have some drinks and all that stuff. So what we did is, because mine isn't working, it's weird. We were still hustling and we were still having drinks and we're still having fun. So what we used to do is like on Friday, we were good all week. Friday, we would make healthy drinks and still work from our desk.
And I would cook for you.
Yeah, cook health, because we were always like into health, fitness, and working out and all that stuff. So tell them a little bit about that. Tell what we used to do in our first in our first company before, and then when we grew, then I'll talk about when we got our little apartment, 1 bedroom, and then we got our little office that was like the size of probably one of our restrooms here, and then we hired our first person, and then that led to hiring like a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we had to like fire a few people sued us, ungrateful people, but talk about like in the beginning, like how it was. Do you remember like back when we used to pop like that delirium tremens, remember?
Yeah.
And then we used to do the champagne, and then we used to work and have fun on Fridays and Saturdays. But remember, tell me what you remember about that.
So I just remember just working all the time. Work was obviously our number one priority, which I feel a lot of people don't really take, their business seriously and treat it as a business, right? And for him and I, as far as business went, we took our business and my real estate career very seriously. He did mortgage and I did real estate. So every loan app, every client, everything revolved around work. Meaning, when you're in this industry, you literally can work out of an open house, you can go prospect, you could do anything, right? So him and I remember we would go to Wolfgang Puck, right? And I remember the bill would be like $120 and we thought it was a lot.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? But he would have 2 margaritas, I would have 2 margaritas.
But we would make healthy ones and then go
we
top it off over there.
So we would have healthy ones. So it's just fresh squeezed lemon, stevia, and then ice cubes, and obviously the tequila, right? And then salt on the rim. So that's as healthy as it gets as far as alcohol goes. And tequila actually digests in your body very, very well. So, sugar is what makes people kind of, gain weight or whatnot. Gain weight. And so we would eat, work, and then, just do our thing. So all I remember literally is working. Like I remember working 24/7, except when we were asleep and when we were at the gym and when we were having dinners. Literally. And actually today I met up with somebody amazing that's part of our company. She's amazing. I can't say her name, but I'm like, girl, you're on the right track. And we talked about exactly what you just said. I told her, what is your hour worth? So for those of you that don't know what your hour is worth, meaning how much money do you make in an hour if you were to total up every single income that you have? So you shouldn't be doing anything that is less than what your hour is worth. Of course, a lot of the times you're getting started and you just have to do whatever it takes, to put gas in your car, to get your next client, to get to your open houses, to, even wash your own car. I've done it because I prefer even now to literally wash my own car. I just need a water hose, than to drive around in a dirty ass car. To me, your car is a reflection of the type of person that you are. And actually, I'll give you something, because today when I pulled up to the office, I see our friend, and he's like washing I saw Victor washing somebody's car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I said, thank you very much, because that car has been on my nerves. Like every time I pull up, to me, it's like, keep your goddamn car clean. Like, it's not that hard. I understand dust and things, but wash your car, even if the inside is a mess, because honestly, that was me sometimes. I'd have all my books.
Well, that's how I felt like when I went out with girls and they didn't wash their hair. They just wash their body, they didn't wash their hair for
like me right now, but I washed it this morning. Yeah.
Yeah, like then, when I put my cheek next to it, like I would get like a bunch of grasa on my cheek.
Well, the more you wash your hair, the more grease, oil your body produces. So I wash my hair every morning. My hair is not oily. I can't function without it. Kudos to the people.
When you don't wash your hair for like a day, it's greasy.
Yeah, because I wash my hair every day. But anyway, to conclude, Albert's car.
That's the same as a car thing.
It's not the same.
Imagine a girl with like greasy ass
hair. Well,
like
our cars get all dusty, and
then you have papers all over the place. Your car used to be like that.
No, so I had an organized mess. So I had all my stuff piled up. I was always prepared.
My car was always clean.
It was always clean. I always say, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. What does that mean? Hey, if you're a notary, keep your freaking notary book in your glove compartment so that you can make an extra $300.
If you guys are single, you're out. Make sure you have a condom. You don't want to end up with a girl and then have no condom. Emergencies happen.
You have to always be prepared. Get ready, stay ready, and if you're ready to go, there's gonna be opportunities that are presented to you. And if you're fully ready to go, like me, I always had my gym clothes in my trunk because I never knew when I was gonna be able to get to the gym, whether it was first thing in the morning, at the end of my day, in the middle of my day, whenever I can squeeze it in, right? And same thing applied to having my heels, a different change of outfit, just whatever it took for me to leave my house and be able to go throughout my day and be able to capture and actually take advantage of certain opportunities that were presented to me, so again, staying ready is crucial.
So in other words, we were always working, but I mean, this is a funny story. But do you remember one time when our agent, his name starts with a W, like our old friend?
Oh yeah.
And he was gonna go visit at the open house. I was there at the open house with you. Because we used to take our office to houses. So like for example, like when you see a house for sale, you could go there, open the doors, put your signs, and then just people come in. Those are potential clients.
Yeah.
So what we used to do is get our phone, connect Wi-Fi. I think back then we used to have the little chip. You connected it to the laptop and you got Wi-Fi.
A cord, yeah.
So she would use the MLS. I would have my software for mortgage originating, so I could qualify the clients on the spot. So we would work from there. We would take drinks, and remember one time we kind of took it to the extreme, and we kind of like took a little bit of our clothes off. That's a true story. So like if you're watching this and you're a real estate agent and you're thinking like I've had sex in the open house and things like that. It's not you're not the only one, but we would do everything. And that was the cool thing about you, because like you were the first girl that was down for everything. Like, yeah, let's go to a rave, let's go work out at 5 a.m. Let's go to a seminar. Let's go to your office like at 10 p.m. and keep working. Before I lost
just
everything.
Do whatever it takes.
And everything, but. Having said that, once we moved on and we kind of got over the 2008 recession, because we've been through two recessions, 2008 and the one that just happened right now. And actually, I was part of the early 90s, but I was too small. I was like a little kid. So I've been through three recessions, but the early 90s, I don't really remember. That's when I used to go with my dad to paint, and I used to see all those houses. So once we decided to open our business in 2013, which is what I want to talk about really quick. And then we want to get into the questions, Steph. Let me know when you get a good one. But 2013, we decided to open our business. We opened it, and then we started making good money, and we don't have any expenses because we're working from a staircase. And we're like, I tell Syl, like, you know what? This is not a real business. Like, I don't want to work from a staircase here at my parents' house. This is not what I envision when I think about a company. When I think about a company, I think about like 50 employees, 100 employees, 1,000 employees, and corporate and all this stuff. And I said, well, a business has employees. If you don't have employees, it's not a business, guys. It's a hobby. And then that's when we decided, well, right now we're comfortable. We used to go to like the LA Live area to go to Wolfgang Puck, and we used to they had good margaritas right there.
They have the best.
They have the best burgers, and then the fries are good. And then we used to go to Palm also. That's where we saw Arnold Schwarzenegger. Remember one time?
I do.
He was shorter than
so
I thought.
Short.
But after that, we decided, well, let's push ourselves, and that's what I was talking with Rob yesterday. Like Jomar, like let's say you put yourself in a tight position, and right now, like maybe your margins are not too good, and your net is not what you want. But sometimes you kind of add another thing, like hire another person full time, and then that puts you that puts a lot of pressure on you. And remember that pressure, guys, is privilege. Like pressure is a privilege. If you don't have any pressure, then that's why you're fat. That's why you're broke. That's why you're a loser, because you don't have any pressure. You never want to have any pressure. You rather live with your parents till you're 30, till you're 40. And I know many people like that. They're with their parents all. They rather avoid pressure. They rather avoid hard times. And what helped me was from an early age putting myself in a hard time, like Alpha Slice. You guys know him. His name is Mohammed, but you guys know him as Alpha Slice. He went through tough times. He slept on the floor with his family. So you got to go through times like that when you don't have anything. You're negative in your bank account, and you're just fighting and fighting and fighting, and that pushes you. So what I did is I told Syl, like, hey, let's get this.
Let's go look at offices. That's exactly what you said.
The first thing was let's move to a better environment. We went to West Hollywood to look at apartments. Yeah. We were looking at one bedrooms, and we found this one bedroom right there on Westbourne and Santa Monica Boulevard. Yeah. You guys know where it is, close to the 24-hour fitness.
By Trader Joe's.
By Trader Joe's. So we thought we made it in life. I was like, man.
No, I don't think we thought that. We were excited to be out of the area that we were in.
She thought she had the best view from the restroom, which was a piece of shit view. Like you see a tree in a building that's like a block. Like that's not a view. This is a view. So you thought, what a beautiful
I
view.
enjoy everything, every stage.
And then I had,
That's the
and our
difference.
windows were like old school. They like the ones that you lift like that you have to kind of push hard. And I used to pull it up, and then we used to have the AC from the window. You guys know some of you might live in apartments. You kind of lift up and you
Yeah.
put those ACs that you buy in Sears. So we used to have
better
those
than
AC.
no AC.
And then when it got really hot, it was, so you guys know what I mean. So we thought we made it in life. And we were like so proud of ourselves. And we used to walk to Equinox. I used to like brag, oh, I could walk to Equinox. And I used to run to Equinox, run back. And it was just a lot better than driving the old Honda Civic to the Equinox, parking maybe 3 blocks away, and then running so that nobody would see me when I walked in. Everybody thought I was like normal there. So when we moved there, I was so excited. But now we had to pay $1,500 a month that we weren't used to. And then guess what? It pushed us, and we started closing extra deals. We started feeling better. And then we went to see offices. And then we're like,
Yeah.
let's see an office. One day we're driving, and we see like a sign, satellite offices. And we're like, what's satellite office? And then we go in there, and I'm like, I think I know what a satellite office is. But guys, you could Google everything. Because back then, people used to talk about satellite offices back where I started with loans.
Yeah.
So I said, well, that's an office that you just pay for a little box, a little space, and then you have a conference room that everybody shares. And we went to see them, and we wanted to get the cheap one that was $700 a month.
Yeah.
And it was like on the first floor next to the traffic freeway. Everybody, like, it was just an awful spot. So we told the lady, show us more, show us more. Took us to the second floor, and we found a better spot. And then we're like, show us more. And then she took us to the top one,
Yeah.
and that was like the nicest one they had. And we went there, we got
Available.
it, and it was $1,500. So now we went from paying nothing to paying now. I mean, we paid a little bit, but almost nothing. Now we paid $1,500 and $1,500, and now we're on our own. Now nobody's gonna save us. Nobody's gonna pat us on the back. Now we got to figure it out. So we lived in the one bedroom, and then we had our little space. Then we're like, wait a minute. Okay, so we have our company or corporation, but we don't have any employees. So what's the point of having an office with no employees? So then you start hiring employees. You make mistakes. And that was the part of that. Do you remember that part before I get into the next part?
Yeah, of course I remember that part.
What were you thinking?
Our first hire, I think, oh no, not our first hire. We hired a receptionist after our first hire, which first hire was actually a processor to help him with his loans. And then we hired
Well, I
desk
hired
person.
somebody because I wanted them to be like my assistant / processor and everything else. I made a big mistake. Like I didn't know who to hire, what to hire. I just saw, somebody that was being really productive where I were like with another company, and I said, well, come join us. And you never know people until you spend a lot of time. And it's not about knowing people good or bad people or good people personal, but good or bad people work wise.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't even know that they're being bad. So there's a lot of people, different personalities, and you go through a lot of people, and people are really complicated as is. Like we're extremely complicated. So you have to hire the right people. If I would have known what I know today, back then when we started 2013, we would be billionaires right now, easy with my eyes closed. And when you start, you got to think about this. Look, let's say you start like let's use Alpha Slice. So Alpha Slice starts this, like, he has his business, he's running it. Like, he needs to focus on hiring S's and C's. That's the personality test disc. So he's a high DNI. He's the guy that's like talking and
Does he
promoting.
have it? We
and all
have
that.
this test?
So yeah, we have it. So, and I know everything about Alpha Slice. So he needs to hire S's and C's so that they could take that load from him and do all the crap he doesn't like. Because I'll tell you what, Alpha Slice doesn't like washing dishes. He doesn't like washing his cars, even though he does the videos with the cars. He's advertising. He's not a good nanny. He doesn't. He's
No,
not
but
good.
Unfortunately, when you have kids, you have to be a dad.
Yeah, but
That's
he,
just-
but he has a system that works. His wife takes care of the kids, and he takes care of the business. So, like, he's really good at that. So he needs to hire his team to help him. What I did is I was just hiring everybody that I liked, and then after like a fucking week or month or months, I'm like, I don't like these people anymore. I learned the hard way. So back then, I would have started hiring, my team that's going to help me, and hired S's and C's, and then to help me with my pipeline so that it's on autopilot. Then I could step away, Jomar. Like I handed over to my supporting team that's S and C. I fish the deals, and then I give it to them, and then they take it from there, and then I just focus on fishing. And I pay them, their salary per hour as opposed to paying them for a deal. Because the biggest mistake people make in the beginning is you don't want to commit. You're already paying $1,500 for your office, $1,500 for your house. Now you have I got her like an E-Class. She was all excited about it. I got her an E-Class.
I only drove it for like 6 months. It was so sad.
And a black E-Class.
White
and
E-Class.
So white one, yeah. And we were paying I think $600 for that. And before that, I got myself an S-Class, right? Did I? Or I had
S550.
Yeah, I got the S550, which was the car that I got repoed back in 2007, and I got it back 2013. Mm-hmm. So we had those car payments. And so last thing you want to do is, I don't want to hire somebody to help me, like an S&C, an assistant, an employee, whatever you want to call it, and then pay them another $4,000 a month. I don't want to do that. So then what you start thinking is, wait, let me take a shortcut. Let me do the easy way. Let me just give them a piece of a deal. So let's say if you close a deal, you're going to give them 10%. Let's just use this as an example. So think about it. If you close 10 deals on your own, why in the world would you pay somebody 10% for deal when you could pay them $4,000 plus a smaller bonus? Why would you do that? Because you're scared to commit. Mm-hmm. You got to put everything on the line, and you got to run the real business. When you pay people like here little chunkies, and then you want to do 1099, dude, that's not the way you run a real enterprise. You got to hire people, put payroll, W-2, and learn that. All of this stuff, guys, by the way, we're going to talk about at the mastermind. We're having this Driven Mastermind this Saturday. We're gonna go through a lot of things. We're gonna have Bradley, Rob Luna. We're gonna have an attorney, our personal attorney, so you could ask her questions about anything, employees, business, laws, everything you want to know. So to keep going with that, 10% of 10 deals is gonna equal 10,000, because 10,000 is each commission. That's $100,000. Now you're paying 10 grand when you could hire 2 people to help you instead of 1. And remember, when you pay people a chunk of a deal, you can't tell somebody, I need you here at 8, I need you here at 9. Hey, it's 3, where are you? You can't do that because you're not paying them. You're paying them a piece. They're gonna tell you, oh, well, I'm working from home. Oh, well, I'm here. Oh, you know what? I don't feel good today. So that's step number 1. You gotta learn how to hire. Once you learn how to hire, then what happens? Now that your business, your personal business production is on autopilot, then you start hiring high D's and high I's. Mm-hmm. Why do you hire high D's and high I's? Because those are the salespeople. Like then Mohammed starts hiring little Mohammeds, high D's and high I's, and they have a low S and C's because you don't want them to be analytical. Because when they're analytical, they're not going to be good at sales. They're going to be thinking like, it's like the guy that goes to the club and he's like looking at all the girls and he's just going like, oh, I like that one. Oh, let me get another drink. And then another guy takes her. Oh, I'm going to go with this one. Oh, another guy takes her. Oh, this one, another guy takes her. So you're just analyzing. Well, this one has better, better legs. This one, like her hair's nicer. And then they take them away from you. You can't do that in business, guys, because that happens. That's going to happen to you in business too. Yeah. Everybody's going to crush you and just take the head start, and you're just going to stay there. So the high D's and high I's, those are your salespeople. You hire 10 alpha slices, little ones, and you have them start selling like you, start doing all that stuff. And then you start building like Jomar. You hire little Jomars, and they start building. Now you have 10 little soldiers right there that are taking, shooting, killing, and destroying, and bringing you business. And then you have your S&Cs that are working on the business that comes in. So that's like the first part, but I don't know if you want to add something to that.
So, and your superstars are going to be high in DI, and then very also high, not as high, but very high in S&C. So that's like what I am. Yeah, like a superstar, like someone that's fucking amazing at everything. There's people like that. Is it 1 in like 40 people? Absolutely. So that's
but the thing is that you're still high in D and I, but not as high as me. And then you have some S and C. So
I have a lot of
that's why we're
I'm like just level.
Yeah, but that's why we're really different.
Yeah.
Like there's things that you can't do that I could do.
Of course.
I
wouldn't spend all my money. If I had $100,000, I wouldn't spend $150,000. I would I would save like $25,000. I would spend $75,000.
If Syl married another Syl, so let's say I had Syl's or a disc personality. If I had Syl's personality, right now we'd be living in La Puente.
No, we wouldn't
And
be. That's not true.
And we would have an S class.
So we're gonna do this,
we would have
guys.
an
No,
E class.
I'm pulling out my disc test because I was like, oh, cool. Like I'm high in
All right,
D,
we would
high
live
in I.
in we would live in Glendale.
Babe, without me, you can't run any of your companies. Let's be real.
Exactly.
Cero.
And without me, you don't have anything to run. You're gonna run an empty space.
Here we go. And we're both super competitive. Like it's crazy. That's why he's been on my nerves for the last 2 days that I just want to like choke him, but I can't because I need.
You're not pregnant, right?
No. I hope not. I don't know.
It's been like 45 days.
Shut up. Okay, keep talking.
No, you were talking about something.
Yeah, that I'm just high. I'm just amazing at everything.
Yeah. See what this is what happens. You're a Pippen and I'm a Jordan.
Yeah.
Because like and Pippen, Jordan wouldn't be Jordan without Pippen. He would be Jordan, but he wouldn't win the championships.
Yeah.
Because you're like
we're definitely like we just balance each other out perfectly.
Like for example, like I would take the last shot with 1 second left and make it. Syl would be like, no, you take it. And then Syl would be the one getting the rebound and then shooting it back to me so that I could take another shot. Then I make it. That's like Pippen and Jordan. So like it's hard to find a Pippen.
Yeah.
It's hard to find a Robin. So you'd be like a combination of Robin and Pippen.
I've never seen that movie, but okay.
It's not a movie. Pippen is a basketball player and Robin is a cartoon character.
Batman and Robin. I don't think I've seen it in a long time. Anyway, so yeah, guys. Again, so not being scared to take, a risk obviously is important because it is scary to take on, certain debt monthly commitments. But like me and Albert like to say it kind of lights a fire on your ass, under your ass, or whatever you want to call it. It's kind of like when you don't have a choice and you have to move out and you have to do whatever it takes to pay your rent instead of, oh, I'm just going to live with my mom for another 6 months. Like it's an option. But when it's not an option and you only have one option, whether it's to sink or swim, most people would actually swim. We allow ourselves to sink because it's a lot easier to just be like, oh, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to try to do something. But when you go into survival mode, when you have a bigger reason, a bigger why, or you have no other choice, most people would make it. But the problem is when you have that option of just kind of being lazy, kind of sitting back, kind of saying, I don't know, we should take that risk, because it is like having an extra liability. Or, hey, there's people that kids make them, and then there's people that just use their kids as an excuse as to why they didn't succeed. So there's two ways of looking at it, and in reality it's going to depend on the personality type, the people you have around, how much self-improvement you do, how much you want to, basically committing how much you want to succeed, because to us, like he says, oh, what did you just say that was like, did it make sense? Oh, that we thought we made it? Absolutely not. I did not think I made it when I lived in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment
when you were so amazed with that shower and that view, that kind of made it seem like you thought we made it.
The thing about me is that I see beauty in every single stage of my life. Everything I do, I'm happy to do it.
Exactly. So that's exactly what I said.
So
you saw beauty in life.
It was beautiful.
And now you see beauty in life. And then later you're gonna see beauty in life.
Of course.
And then when we go to our neighbor's house up there, you're gonna see beauty in life.
Yeah. When are we?
So you're always gonna see beauty in, like it's just a different. You're upgrading your beauty in life.
Yeah. You're upgrading your standards.
You just call it differently.
Yeah.
So see, she's agreeing. So first thing to do, guys, when you want to close somebody is get them to agree. Start getting them to start shaking yes, and then that you're moving forward. But like I'll tell you one thing that I am, and I don't like calling myself these things, but people call me this. Leader. You need a leader. When you're a high D and high I like me, that's like really dominating, like you have the leadership. Like when when coronavirus happens, everybody's like, are we gonna go home for 2 weeks? What if we get sued? And I'm like, hey, it's all right. Like if we get sued, at least we have money to pay for it. Like we're gonna go to work. We get corona, we keep corona, and when we get over corona, just like we get over the flu. So that's leadership. A weak leader would be like, oh, you know what?
Oh my God, everybody stay home.
And then when a leader panics, then everybody else panics.
Yeah.
Like when I was down to the last penny, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pay everybody on Friday, cut payroll, cut commissions. You know what I did? I remained very confident and with my head up, And even though everybody like kind of thought something was kind of going on, like I would be like the same Albert I am right now, and I would just be like all pumped up
Like warrior.
with so much confidence, and everybody would be like, "Oh, I think we're good, yeah." And then guess what? Boom! Friday came, I closed the deal, paid everybody.
Yeah.
Never had a pay period that I didn't pay anybody. I've had a lot of them that I didn't pay myself, that I was negative myself, that I had to sell all my properties to survive myself and my family, but I never did not pay somebody in our company, our employees, our agents, never. So that's something that leadership is critical. If you start a company and you're not a leader, dude, you're gonna go out of business like right away unless you hire somebody that's a leader. And guess what? When you bring on a leader, they're gonna want 50% of the company or more. Because without a leader, you have no company. You have to be, and I'm talking about a lion, like a dinosaur, like a T-Rex, a leader that's gonna fucking eat everybody or die. So that's what I am, and I embrace it. Like I have no option to feel bad or to feel sorry for myself. Like when I wake up at 3 or 2 or 1, like today, like I can't complain. Like I just have to get up and get to work.
And also, don't be afraid, if you make the wrong hire, to get rid of people, because him and I held on to people way too long, way too long. If someone doesn't work out, they're not doing their job, they're not correcting the behavior or the bad habits or the tardiness or whatever you want to call it, whatever the issue is, just know that you're not married to them, and just kind of do it in, good ways, like no hard feelings. It's always hard because nobody wants to be fired, So definitely that's huge, because people feel like, oh, it's the wrong hire, but I don't want to get rid of them, I feel bad, or whatever you want to call it. Like him and I, we always made that mistake because we feel bad for people, but I'm like, it's a business. You have to run it, and there's really no hard feelings, and you shouldn't allow feelings to get in the way of professional. So that's been my experience, and obviously some people are just less savvy than others, especially in these times. I feel like people either have it or they don't, and it's very hard to, get them to change certain things that you actually need to be able to be good at a job. That's why it's important to know how to hire people. That's what I was talking to
Stefan, text, the new people that are subscribing to the thing. Did you email it? Did you email it? Yeah.
Or just cut the live.
Did you email the link? Did you email me the link? Okay. No, keep talking. Because there's new people that are, so we could send them the link so they could log in.
Okay. So what else do you want to?
So very important before we get into questions. Something that's very important that I was talking with Rob, and we're like, man, Rob told me like this is something that you have very well, that how you pivot.
Yeah.
So you always have to pivot. Like when things like if you, everybody here will agree, and if they don't agree, that they're lying. Like I never get tickled about anything. Like you could throw at me the biggest.
I'm the one that's like, oh my God, this happened and that happened and this happened and that happened and this happened and these 50 things happened.
Like you could throw at me the biggest challenge and I don't even tickle. Like it's not even a little freckle. And Syl, like what we were doing is like when she starts just going off and starts complaining about everything, like this and this and this and this and this, I just go to the bedroom, close my door, go with Italia, go to sleep, and I'm back up at 1, fighting again. And by fighting I mean like working, working hard. Like I every week, every month, we're just like destroying our previous week, our previous month with unlimited money. The margins keep getting better. We keep adding so much stuff. The company keeps growing. People in our company are thriving. People are winning. People that I mentor are getting Lambos, exotic cars, getting new homes and things like that.
Investments.
So I know we're doing something right. So it's like, hey, you know what? I don't mind working 18 hours. I don't know how to do anything else anyways. What am I gonna do? Like if somebody, I have the option to just look, guys. I'll tell you a little bit. Like these are things that we make money. Like we have mortgage guys, Ambiance Realty, Driven Enterprises. We have our Driven Escrow, Preciado Acquisitions, which is my LLC where we hold property. Driven Event, Driven Bootcamp, Driven Academy, Driven Mastermind, coaching. People pay me a lot of money for personal coaching, for mentorship. I don't even do that anymore because it's just not worth my minutes, because my minutes are much more valuable developing our leaders in our company that we're gonna make way more money. Like there's way more. YouTube pays me money. Instagram started paying me money now.
Yeah.
For all my
he was all excited.
For all my IGTV videos, now they're paying me money, and I get excited because
some of them are like retarded.
Well, people are watching
wait,
them.
sorry, I didn't mean to say that word.
People are
stupid.
Just say whatever you want to say. So everybody's like now I'm getting paid like $10, $15, $5 on all my IGTV videos, and they add up. So I'm like, that's why I've been doing IGTV videos. So I'm like, okay, this works. I'm just gonna keep doing IGTV videos, and the more good I give value. If you notice this, I give value and I build up the story, and then at the end I say, by the way, guys, we are having this Driven Mastermind. You guys should attend. You know, we're running out of space, which we are, and this is gonna be, you know, it. Like if you guys don't take action, like what's gonna happen? Like you lost the girl, you're gonna lose your opportunity here. So I just kind of build it up and put that at the end. Then at the end, cut the last minute and then do some swipe ups, post it. Just get creative. But now I do IGTVs that are long because Instagram pays me for IGTVs. Like those. Think about every IGTV, Steph, pays you for one of your what's the Midori sours. So every IGTV you do gets you a Midori sour, and you don't have to pay it with your own money. You could use Instagram money. So credit repair, we're working on a credit repair company. So all of those things are, you know, little businesses or little flows of income. But we have 5 real companies, which is, you guys know, the mortgage guys, Ambiance Realty, Driven Enterprises, the Driven Escrow, and Preciado Acquisitions. Now, something that Andy Frisell, I listened to one of his podcasts with Ed Milet, and they were talking about
today?
something. No, I listened to it like a few days ago, but they did it like a couple weeks ago. But Ed Milet's one of my friends, and I can't skip Andy and Ed. Those 2 guys are awesome.
Yeah.
So
They're amazing.
they talk about one thing that just made so much sense, and I talk about it a lot. Like, don't stop trying to be Mr. Influencer, motivational speaker, coach, selling products online. Like, wait, before that, grow your main core business. So your $1 million business, grow it to millions, grow it to 10 millions, get it on autopilot. Focus on your main core business. Once you're making millions on autopilot, then start a little pony business, or start a little like racing business, or start flipping cars, or start motivating people. Motivate people when you're a multimillionaire. Don't motivate people when you have 50 grand in the bank, or even nothing in the bank. A lot of people on Instagram, they have nothing in the bank. They don't have anything to show for it, and they're motivational speakers. Like, what are you gonna motivate me about? Like, what are you gonna teach me about business? Like, you're not doing too well. So when you hear or listen to people take their advice, watch the source of your advice. Yeah, I might be sounding like, maybe you're watching this and you're saying like, oh my God, I can't believe Albert's saying that. I don't like him anymore. I'm gonna unfollow him. Please unfollow me. Please do it. If you're watching me on Instagram, unfollow me. I'm not for you. There's a lot of other people that are gonna motivate you, but I'm not that one. I'm too real for you. I'm too like honest. So go look for somebody that's gonna pat you on the back, and somebody that's gonna rub you and tell you, mijito, that's está bien. You're good just the way you are. Like, I'm not gonna tell you that. I have one of my guys that I mentor, and I told him, hey, dude, you're doing well, but you know what? You gotta get in shape, bro. Like you gotta start eating good. You gotta start working out. And I'm not afraid to tell him that. I'm not gonna lie to him and tell him, hey, you're perfect just the way you are. No, you could be better. You could be better. Every time I see you alpha size, I'm like, what's your numbers? Like, are you doing better than last time? and last time he told me, like, oh, they went down a little bit. I'm like, what happened, bro? You got to step it up. So like a good friend is going to tell you that.
The truth, even if it hurts.
I tell Brad Lee that, and we go back and forth, and we start fighting. We start fighting that when we're having lunch. So that's what you got to do, guys. You got to push yourself to the max limit. I don't believe in fake it till you make it, but I believe in pushing yourself to the max limit until you make it.
Yeah.
Like you gotta test your body. Like try to get a heart attack once in a while. And maybe 50% of you guys watching, maybe you guys are not built that way. I was built that way, and that's the way that worked for me.
The only way he knows.
I don't want like 50% of you guys to try it, and you guys get a heart attack, die, and then mom and dad call me and tell me like, Albert, what you do with your Zoom call just killed my son or my daughter. Like, it's not for everybody, but I'm just like that. And I think everybody, whoever created Apple, whoever created Microsoft, whoever created Amazon, they were like that. They were freaks of nature, and they tried to get a heart attack, and it worked for them.
I mean, just don't be so sensitive. You know, a lot of people these days are so sensitive. I'm like, look, I'm going to tell you how it is because I got a lot of things to do and I cannot sit here and sugarcoat it for you so that you feel better about it. Like, this is what it is. This is what we need to change. This is what needs to happen. If not, this is going to be the outcome, you know, and a lot of the times, you know, appreciate the people that tell you the truth, you know, because so many people will be like, oh, nah, 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 and then they'll turn around and say the worst things about you, you know, and that's just a reality. It's the world that we live in. Unfortunately, people are a little bit of cowards. You know, they would rather, instead of saying no, they'll tell you yes and then be like, oh, I can't make it after all. You know, like, just be straight up with people. Don't waste their time. Don't waste your time. And that's going to save you guys a lot of time. You know, be that person. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Respect people, you know, and everything else will follow. You just got to have a very strong work ethic, you guys. Very, very strong. Because it doesn't get any easier. Let me tell you, you just get better people. You get better. Life gets better. You get smarter. You get faster. You get fitter. Whatever it is. Because I don't think anybody wants to reach the age of like 60 or 70 and be forced to work to be able to pay for your groceries and the place that you live in. You want to already have built at least, you know, a couple of passive cash flow, passive income. The screen went black again.
Yeah, but you don't build passive income until you start focus on making money. Like, a lot of people tell me, Albert, I want to buy a property, and it's okay. You know, some people just want to get a property and retire. But what I would tell you is, stop focusing on real estate and buying properties. Like, how much money are you making? Oh, well, I'm making, you know, I'm making 30 grand a year, 35 and 40. And I'm like, look, focus on saving some money. Focus on, let's try to make more money. Let's try to grow. And then once you're making more money, real money, then let's start buying real estate. Okay. So that's what I teach people. And most people that I also mentor are people that are, you know, a little bit on the higher level, have a business, are opening a business. So that's what I tell them, guys, focus on your beautiful business that's making $1 million, making $500,000, or making 250,000. Grow it. Grow your 250,000 business to $1 million. Then maybe focus $1 million to $2 million. Then start going to Arizona, Florida, and be like, hey, every month I'm gonna buy 1 or 2 properties. I'm gonna put $200K down, $200K down, $200K down, $100K down, and I'm gonna keep accumulating properties. But you're already doing pretty well. You have your systems in place. You have a real business. But stop worrying and focusing about buying property. It's not gonna go anywhere. Like, you'll see all those beautiful homes back there in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. When we're old, you know, like, there's still gonna be homes. So you could buy real estate later.
Yeah.
So we're gonna answer a question. And when people start telling you like we're gonna disconnect from Instagram, Steph. Yeah, well, like, just 30 seconds. Hold it for 30 seconds. It's gonna happen. So when people start telling you, or just go. You gotta pee. Go pee, and I'll put it a little longer.
Just hold it.
So guys, when people are telling you, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. Who gives a shit? Get it? Like, you're still watching me. You want to smile?
Oh, is somebody saying something to me?
You're still watching me. So like, people criticize you. People are gonna say, oh, you shouldn't have said that. You should care about what others think. Like, dude, I used to worry about what others used to think, and I was miserable. Now I just say whatever the fuck I want, and I'm, you know,
helping more people than ever.
Yeah, like, regardless, like, when you try to please other people, including family, you don't want to hurt feelings. 10% still criticize you and they hate you. And then when you're yourself, then people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. But 10% people still don't like you. But then you're happy with yourself. You're being real and you're yourself. So I'd rather be real, be myself. And if people don't like it, then just unfollow me. It's very simple. Like, it's just a button away from Instagram. So like, that's what I like to do. You know, there's a lot of people that are coming excited because they want to meet you.
And me?
Yeah.
No, I can't wait.
You're growing your following base.
I'm excited. I'm excited to party. Just kidding. No, but I really am excited to party.
That's a long pee, huh?
Ay, mi amor.
Because we gotta get to the question. Oh,
Nobody takes longer peas than you.
So Anthony Corona, we're gonna go to the first question, and then I have a few things I want to share with you guys.
IG.
If you guys are watching on IG,
Except to
save
the
it, Steph.
hater.
Make sure that Joanna sees how you save it with IGTV, and then.
Let her do it actually.
And
Yeah, let her.
and
do
we're
it.
gonna
She's right there.
answer some questions
tell her what to
here.
push.
If you guys are on Instagram, want to keep watching this live, just text the number there so you get the Zoom link for the live feed. So Anthony,
Bye.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's
what's
up,
up,
Anthony?
man? Are you ready to party Saturday or what?
Yeah.
Dude, I've been on the cleanse.
Get ready. I got my clothes. I got my notebook, my pens. I'm super ready.
So.
Yeah. Oh, and off the bat, I just want to say, if you're not on Driven Academy yet, new people watching, get on it, because just watching the Instagram stuff, I've tripled my income and I've moved into a new place. So
Hey, dude, awesome, man.
Good
Proud of
job.
yeah. And so my question is, it's a two-part question. First part is, at what financially speaking, like ratio-wise, when should you scale? Because I know there's like scaling too soon when you don't have the workforce to take in the load, or that matter. But is there like a ratio financially when you should start scaling? Or
Well, you gotta first of all, you gotta be making like good money yourself, but you can't scale without people, and you can't have people without training, and you can't train without systems. So like before you try to scale, like you need to have all of that in place, because let's say you work hard, you save $100,000, and then you start hiring people, and you say, well, I have $100,000, I have enough to like maybe survive, I don't know how many months. But then you hire people, and then you hire the wrong people. Now you're dealing with a toxic person that you hired. That's going to be a huge problem.
Oh, yeah.
And then let's say you hire so many people, you're not used to training them. You don't have somebody to train them. Then that's going to be a training problem. And then, I haven't developed my systems, because you can't. I mean, how are you going to? You need to get some experience and practice, because you can't just say, well, I'm going to create the perfect systems, and then I'm just going to plug and play. Like, systems are created on the job, like during the fight, because like we started hiring, and then we started creating systems. Then some of them weren't working, some of them were, and then you just have to figure it out. So it's a battle. Like one thing that I always say is, being an entrepreneur is like being in the army. It's the most dangerous job. Those two jobs. You can die any moment. Any moment you could die. Get a heart attack, you die, you collapse, because you can't take it anymore. I know a lot of business entrepreneurs, I'm talking about real ones, not the Instagrampreneurs, like the real entrepreneurs that get a heart attack and die because of so much pressure and stress, and they don't know how to control it. How do I control it? How do you control it? Like you gotta wake up early, work out, get the blood flow.
Yes.
Gotta eat healthy, take care of your body. You gotta work on your mind, because when you don't work on it, doesn't matter if you work out and you eat healthy. If you're not working on the mind, then you're missing something, because when you learn something new, it excites you. Like right now, the things that I'm learning and studying, they excite me. So they get me excited. I work out, I get better ideas, the blood flow. I do my second workout. Like I've been doing, I do 365 hard. The thing is that I drink on the weekends, because every day is the same thing. Every day is the same thing. 2 workouts a day. I read more than 10 pages, and I just do a lot of those things. Sometimes like I'm to the extreme, but when you do that, your body works better and you could handle more pressure. So a soldier, he could die any moment. They could shoot him and then he's dead. So those two things are pretty serious. And if you're gonna decide to become an entrepreneur, you gotta be ready, and you gotta train to survive those hard pressure moments.
Yeah.
So I would start. I don't know if you did that, but start with principles, and then read Blue Ocean Strategy. But Principles is the first book, because you kind of have to at least get a little draft of, I need to hire these 2 people, and this is Ray Dalio, and this is what this person's going to do, and this is what this person's going to do, and this is what I'm going to do. Or hire one person. Start with one person, but that's how you start doing it. But before that, like for me, like when do I start hiring people and scaling? I was closing with Syl. We were closing like 20 deals a month.
Yeah.
20 loans a month. We're making like $200,000 a month. And that's when we decided like we need to hire more people.
Yeah.
And then we started hiring, and so maybe your business is different, but work on, I need to make X so that I have this amount of reserve so that I could hire people and deal with the problems, because problems are going to come no matter what. Billionaires have problems.
$1 billion problems.
Yeah, I think you're very right on the whole working out and having the energy, because I think I was reading the right books. I'm always, writing down things, ideas, notes, asking for feedback on how I can improve. And I felt that I was getting more business because my mindset was there. I was attracting more business. People were referring me, and I'm like, oh, cool. But then at the end of the day, I'm like, fuck, I don't have any energy. I can't keep up with this. I can't keep this high enthusiasm that comes natural to me because my body's just tired. It'd be like 8:30, and I'm like, fuck, I have to deliver this product, and I don't have the mental capacity. So I just started working out. I bought like maybe $200 worth of supplements, got my membership, and already I feel the difference. And it's just like my body's hurting, but it feels good, and I'm really excited for that future. But so part two to this question is you guys were talking about the disc, dominance, influence, was it sociability or something?
Disc, disc, yeah.
Consistency. So how would so Albert, you're more DI, still you're more SC, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm D and I only, and I have 0 S and C. Like I'll show you my test. We'll put it on the screen. But yeah.
And mine, I'm high D, high I, and high S and C. Like I'm just high.
No, you can't be high on all of them because
babe, I am.
Because when you are high on the other ones drop. Yes, they do.
We're gonna look at my test.
Yes, they do. You want to bet?
Where do we
How
have
much you
them?
want to bet?
Because I just saw them not too long ago.
How much you want to bet?
Lo acabo de ver.
Yeah, you can't be high on all
So
of
we're
them.
gonna post
Look,
them
this
for
is
you
what
guys?
happens. Like it goes like that.
Maybe I could find them tomorrow. Can you add them to the back of this video?
So look,
Yeah?
if your D and I goes like this, your other one goes like this,
So
and it
I'm
meets in the
very
middle.
high. I'm very this much lower than you in D.
No, not that much
I
lower.
am,
You're
babe.
like this much lower.
Okay, well we're talking like a bar this big. So he's here. He's like as high as you can be in D, and I'm like right below him. Obviously he's higher because he's way crazier than I am. But we're very much. That's why we kind of crash a lot. Like I like to drive, and he likes to drive, and I'm like, but I'm also good at, structure and foundations and kind of paying attention to things, and he's not at all.
Guys,
like,
if you're watching this on YouTube, please comment below and tell us, like, is Syl right or is Albert right? Because I don't agree with her.
YouTube driven channel, we're gonna find the disc test, and we're freaking tomorrow morning. I'm looking for them. We're gonna add them to the end of this. If not, how could we? If I don't find them tomorrow, how could we? Yeah. So anyway, we'll show them to you guys so you guys could see.
Yeah, but I mean, it's because when you're high when they drop like that, the other ones, it's
So
like.
I'm basically very well rounded.
I think my girlfriend and I'm very high dominant and influence, and she's very structured because she's always like, I'll be like, all right, so here's the outcome. This is where we're going to get. This is how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And we'll figure it out. And she's like, no, but how? Like, well, what about this? What about that? And I'm like, don't worry about it. You figure that out. I just know I'm going to get this. And she's like, So when
we're gonna, Steph, if you can, so all of you guys should really take the test. There's like a free version, but if you really want to know like the breakdown, you just pay like, I think it's a $20 fee.
Yeah, just pay
put the link right there, Steph. She's gonna put it there. I highly recommend this if you're hiring somebody, if you just want to see where you stand, what type of personality type you are, totally take the test.
Yeah, because for example, like if you're gonna hire somebody that needs to be, a big supporting person, and they have to be serious and just on the computer all day long, you don't want to hire a high I.
Unless they're gonna be dealing with customers.
Because they're like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, exactly. That's why high D and high I are good salespeople. But if you want to, but it like
my secretary, she'll be like, hey, remember, you're meeting this person on this day, or like I'll be like, oh, babe. Oh, this opportunity came up. I want to go here. And she's like, no. Remember, you have this and this. Will you be able to deliver this by then?
Look, I'll give you the perfect example. And this is just the way I am. Like you guys that are coming on Saturday, dude, I'm gonna get fucking lit. I'm gonna party with you guys. We're gonna have a good time. First, because I haven't been drinking for a while. I've been like kind of
Since
cleansing.
last Friday.
And yeah, but I already have a six pack. Did you see my picture on
No,
Instagram?
I haven't been
Yeah,
on
well, I have a
Instagram
six-pack.
all
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
Some
well,
of us
well,
are busy, you know.
Yeah, but dude, nobody works out harder than me. So like I get
Slower, nobody
back like
works out
that.
slower than
So
him.
what I'm saying is I do that when I'm having fun. Like I party hard. But before we celebrate, we're gonna have a really intense mastermind. We're gonna go over a lot of things. But when I Monday through Friday when I'm in the office, like I'm a different Albert. Like ask everybody that works in our offices. Like we go have drinks. I don't have one drink or two. Like if I'm gonna have drinks, I'm gonna have 10 or 12. Yeah. But when I'm in the office, I don't talk. Like I'm not the person that comes to the office and I'm like, yeah, it's fun time. Hey, what you do the weekend, man? What you do yesterday? Like I go to the office, I don't talk. I'm serious. I'm there to work. I'm there to stay focused. Like after hours, okay, let's talk, let's have fun. But there's the people that walk to the office and they're like, what's up, Steph? What you do this weekend? Did you have fun?
And then they forgot their whole morning.
Hey, mom? and it's like 30, 40 minutes later and like, oh yeah. And then you start talking and oh yeah, I can't believe. Let's talk about family now. Yeah. And then there's people that go to the office and
not when I'm there. I'm like,
chop.
Boom,
let's work. Let's get to work.
Yeah.
That's the difference between people that make it far in life and people that don't.
Well, this is the thing, guys. You have to know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. It's very simple. If you have a packed day, don't even like hi, bye, go get your answers, go relay the message, but don't waste too much time. Most people waste a lot of time throughout the day. And if you can kind of pay attention to that, why aren't you getting things done? Maybe you're a time waster. Everybody's different. And again, it's correctable. So you have to catch yourself. You have to literally time block and say, I'm going to finish this in not 4 hours. How can I get it to 2 hours? That's called being efficient, productive, and wanting to improve.
And when you're efficient, you don't have to work that many hours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you don't want to.
So maybe my question leads to a larger conversation is maybe in the future, something like breaking down the personality types. And if you're a certain kind of personality type and you have your business, what would be the best way to operate your business?
So for example, explain your question a little better because I didn't get it quite well.
So I'm a high D, high I.
Yeah.
I'm not a SC. Like, what would be the best way for me to, run my business? Like, well, I mean, I think you already
you need to
for somebody who's SC, like, what would be that?
You need to go to West Covina and find a Syl.
He has a girl already.
Oh, okay. You have so maybe you have to find somebody that's going to be high S and C and help you with operations, because you're going to be creative and have ideas and you're going to want to like sell and talk to people, but then you need people that are going to
execute your
do the other stuff. Yeah.
Cool. Great.
So the answer to this question is don't hire another you.
Yeah.
That's the biggest mistake you'll make. Hire somebody different than you. You get it? So hire an S and C. Don't hire a D and I because that's going to be the biggest mistake of your life. You'll probably go out of business if you do that.
Somebody that can fill in your gaps, basically. The things you're not good at, they must be good at.
When you for example, marketing. You're going to hire a marketing team, right? You're not going to hire one person to do graphics, videos, websites, and all that stuff because it's not going to work. You need different personalities for each thing that you're doing there. Like a video person is probably not going to be the best graphics designer, and vice versa. So there's a lot of different departments in each department. So like everybody, it's teamwork. But before that, you need to hire somebody to help you. So make sure you hire somebody different than you, not somebody the same as you.
Exactly. Okay. It's already 50-something minutes. Do we have one more question?
And then just to end it real quick, what flavor of Celsius do you guys want for this weekend?
Orange.
Orange?
Yes.
All right, you got it.
Awesome, brother.
Hi, cute.
Hey, Talia. Want to come say hi really quick? Okay, guys. So we're gonna end this. And one thing that I want to close it out with, we are having this thing called Driven Mastermind this Saturday. Alpha Slice is gonna be there.
Are you excited, Alpha? You ready?
He's ready. He's ready. And we're gonna have an ab challenge. So we're gonna take all the guys are gonna take their shirts off, and then maybe jump in the pool. I don't know, and see who has the nicer abs. You guys are gonna vote, but we're gonna have this mastermind. So what we did with this mastermind is we wanted to have everything that you need to know about business. It's gonna be like a little preview of Driven. We can't have like the full Driven because we don't have a lot of time, and we also want to celebrate. My birthday. People are flying over from all over the world, not only the United States.
I know.
We have people flying from all over the world, and we're expecting a good crowd. It's gonna be nice, and then Brad's gonna fly in and fly out, flying in and out. Rob's gonna be there. He's gonna be there. I think. He's gonna be there a couple of days. I don't know. I'm thinking about this, Steph, but I don't know what you think, and you. So like maybe since people are flying and people are coming from far, maybe we could, I don't know, maybe pick 5 people or do something cool where those 5 people get to come over to our house here and have some like brunch the next morning or something
Sunday?
like that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking maybe 5 people that commit to that CEO ticket. We'll invite you guys over to our pad and I don't know. I'm just, it's just an idea, but I won't get into that. We'll think about it. But we're gonna talk about sales and training. Then we're gonna talk about like systems and operations, like how and building valuation for your company. Like if you have a company, do you have an idea like what it's worth? Like how do you find out how much your company is worth? So we're gonna give you guys the tools and the information to know
multiples?
how much that's part of it, yeah. How much your company is worth, because you might just be winging it, and maybe you're working and focusing on something that's not even increasing the value of your company, your valuation. So we're gonna dissect all of that. We're gonna have our attorney she's gonna be there answering questions about everything you have to know about how to protect your business, because there's a lot of people like scumbags that want to sue you because they're lazy and they were quitters, or there's people customers that are bad people that they just want to sue you because they just want to get some money the easy way. So we're gonna talk about how to protect your business, because people see like Alpha Slice, they'll see his cars and all that stuff, and then they might be like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna try to get some money from him. So we're gonna have our attorney there, and not only that, guys, we're gonna have a few people that are gonna share their story on how they went from having a business where they were making maybe $10,000 a month to now making $300,000-$400,000 a month. And people that created multi-million-dollar businesses and are young, and how they figured it out. Because there's different industries and there's a lot of ways to become successful and make the money you want.
That's right.
Me and Syl are gonna be there also, talking about like family, personal, and business, and a lot of other things. So there's gonna be a lot of things that are gonna be so cool, guys. And then the most important part, relationships. There's gonna be nothing but good, quality driven people. And we're all gonna we're gonna mix and talk and share information and create new friends. Mm-hmm. And remember, sometimes you gotta create new friends to get rid of some older friends that might be holding you back. So it's gonna be amazing. If you guys are interested, all you gotta do is just sign up for Driven Academy. It's only $67. Sign up for Driven Academy. Today is the last day, by the way. That's why I'm making it a point to tell you. Today is the last day, because today we close out the list, right?
No, tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday?
Tomorrow's Thursday. We
closed out the list, yeah.
Tonight at midnight, we're going to be done, because we needed that list, because Thursday and Friday we're going to get ready and prepare for the event. Yay. And we already have a lot of people. So today's the last day. If you guys are serious, sign up. It's only $67. I'm going to follow you back. I'm pretty sure all of you guys I follow. So, but if you're watching this later, then we're closing it out. And then whoever made it. Please do not tomorrow DM me or DM Steph or call the office and ask if you could subscribe, you want to attend, because we're out of space capacity, right? And then you already are getting all the food and the drinks and all that stuff. What?
Oh, it is in person.
Driven Mastermind is in person. So what we did is we got a mansion, Hollywood Hills. We're gonna have it there. And Brad's going to be there in person. Bradley's going to be there in person. Rob Luna's going to be there in person. We're going to be there in person. We're going to have some cool new gear, like the Driven Mastermind shirt, the hat. We have some surprises. So I'm also going to talk about like a company. Like a company, we started in California. Now we're expanding. Like big news coming. Like we're going nationwide. And when is it time to go nationwide, Albert? When you build your state so thick that you take over a state and it's so thick, that's when you focus on going to other states. You don't just start a business and I want to go nationwide. No, you're not ready. First, build California thick. Build Florida so thick, Jomar, that everybody knows your name, whether you're in northern Florida, southern Florida, everybody knows who you are. Then you move to another state. So I'm going to talk about all that. There's a lot of great things coming up. So can't wait to see you guys this Saturday, which is in a couple of days. And it's going to be intense. You want to say something else before we close it out?
That's it. I can't wait to see you guys. Sorry, I kind of spaced out because I'm thinking of all the things I still have to do to make this amazing and way better than our last one.
Are you going to cook today?
Maybe if you're lucky, if you're nice.
I'm always nice.
But anyway, love you guys. See you guys. Bye, Alpha. Bye, everyone.
All right, guys. See you guys.